From the missile lobby of DIA headquarters February 7th, Director Lieutenant General Michael Flynn hosted a town hall for the workforce. When he opened it up for questions, U.S. Central Command asked about the role of the centers and their interaction with the COCOMs. The director looked to Center Chief of Middle East Africa, Johnny Sawyer, to discuss the role of the centers and how they plan to respond to defense intelligence priorities.
Good morning, everyone. I first want to say that I am humbled and honored to have been selected to lead the Middle East Africa Center. As we look at the defense intelligence enterprise, there are different components that will have a viable role or an important role in building out this center construct. The issue is not about ownership, it's about leadership, about bringing all of the parts of the enterprise together in order to effectively focus them towards our defense intelligence priorities. When I look at the GIOCs are one of those components that we already work closely with. As we start to develop out the center construct, we'll have to find new ways of working together to improve our ability to communicate, to improve our common situational understanding and awareness, to develop products that will allow us to respond both at the combatant command level, at the agency level, and to our national leadership. So if I were to look to CENTCOM and say, tell you, what does the relationship look like? What should the relationship look like in terms of having an integral working relationship with the GIOCs? I would say it looks like the joint products that we did in the recent exercises, or excuse me, operations that went on, and say in the pillars of defense for the Israeli-Gaza issue. It looks like the relationship that we established during the events that went on in Benghazi. And for those of you who aren't familiar with those issues, it's where we bring all of the components of the enterprise together. The DAOs, the GIOCs, the the Service Intelligence Centers, the Joint Staff J2, and we each bring our individual organizational capabilities to the table. Together, we gain a synergy. We improve the output so that we can respond across the spectrum and provide a much more robust and richer capability than any of us individually could provide as an organization. And that capability builds trust, because as we work together, we understand each other as an organization, we understand what we can bring to the table, and we are less likely to have redundant capabilities in our individual organization, because we know that we can rely on our sister organizations to bring the things that we need when we need them to the table in order to support the prioritization against our focus against defense intelligence priorities. So as we start to stand up these centers, CENTCOM, GIOC, and all of the GIOCs, whether we're in a functional command or in a regional command, will have a critical role in that network. We already have those relationships. As we stand up the center, we will thicken those networks. We will form tighter bonds, tighter relationships with you to ensure that we're meeting the requirements of all of the organizations and we're improving defense intelligence capabilities writ large.